Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic came from one of my group coaching clients, Bronx. And she put this into words very, very nicely. Now, I've talked about this concept before. I did a video a while ago, how to measure progress, and it was all about this similar topic. But the topic for today is the presence of symptoms does not mean the absence of progress. Very elegantly stated. So the presence of symptoms does not mean the absence of progress. Love that. So, thank you, Bronx. Smile. Relax your body. Slow your breathing down. Those are all messages of safety. Because you wouldn't be smiling if you were in danger. You wouldn't relax your body if you were in danger. You'd be tight and tense. And you wouldn't be breathing slow and relaxed. You'd be breathing shallow and quicker. All right. So, the presence of symptoms. A lot of people think, I have symptoms. I'm not better yet. Oh no. Right. The analogy I like is that of a marathon runner. Right. As somebody who is recovering from TMS, this is a journey from perceived danger pain. This is a journey. There's a start when you found out about the mind-body stuff. There's a lot of roads along the way, a lot of speed bumps, a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to correct, a lot of things to try to improve upon. And eventually you get to the point where you are pain or symptom free. But the fact that you haven't crossed the finish line of the marathon yet doesn't mean you have not made progress. You could be 20 miles into a 26-mile run. And if your mindset says, I haven't crossed the finish line yet, darn it, I'm not making progress, you'd be wrong, right? Because you've gone 20 miles. And so it's the same way with this work. Even if symptoms are there, I want you to focus on and notice progress. How were you a month ago, 3 months, 6 months, a year ago? What's changed? Inevitably, a lot of the people that I work with in the group coaching often tell me, Dan, I'm doing so much more. I got out from bed rest. I'm doing so much more. I still have the symptoms, but I don't care as much. And more so important is I don't fear as much. And so that falls in line with the concept that I always teach. The mindset needs to shift first. It just needs to. It's a brain game, folks. If your mindset is in the toilet and you're full of despair, hopelessness, fear, anger, rage, sadness, because you still have symptoms, you're not conveying any safety to your own brain. You're teaching the brain, I'm still in trouble. I haven't crossed the finish line yet. So we really do have to focus on mindset first. And I think that really starts with a firm understanding of what's going on, doing the assessments, a full acceptance of what's going on, a decision to really commit to this, a commitment to be unwavering on your decision that this is really all that's going on with me, right? Don't straddle that fence. I'm kind of reviewing some of the concepts from yesterday, the 7 steps to recovering faster, right? These things are so important. Commit after commit. Implement. Somebody asked me, what do I implement? What are the messages of safety? How do I teach my brain I'm safe? It starts with the foundation. Do I know exactly what's going on, and does that apply to me? Because if you do, that lowers fear consistently or considerably. Not permanently, because some people know what's going on. They know what's causing their symptoms, but they're still terrified of them. But I'm going to encourage you to remind yourself that the presence of symptoms is not is not the absence of progress. Because you can make progress from a mindset perspective. You can be less fearful. You can freak out less often. You can get better at calmly reassuring yourself and not going into a panic every time your symptoms are present or increasing slightly or even a lot. Those are steps of progress. You can remain more calm consistently, right? Those are steps of progress. How is your mindset? Is that improving? Am I on the fence? Or have I firmly committed and decided this is what's going on? That's all progress. So even if you have symptoms, that's not the absence of progress. You can make a lot of progress and still have symptoms. And I hear it all the time in the group. People are saying, yeah, I did this, 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 and this. I had so much fun. I haven't had that much fun in a long time. I still had some symptoms, but I didn't care. Folks, that is progress. Because when you don't care if you have the symptoms, what's the brain going to perceive? He or she must be safe. They must be safe. Right? Because if you're panicked and you're freaking out, clearly the brain's going to perceive danger. I was fighting that yawn. You may have noticed that earlier. Well, it's Friday night, about 8:30 at night after a long week. So you folks get this. Even though there's symptoms there, don't convince yourself, I'm not making any progress. Or let's say you were doing reasonably well and then symptoms kind of came back to a previous level that you were at before. Don't throw it all away. Go back to the mindset that had you doing better before. Mindset leads the way. Remember the progress you made. Remind yourself, I'm having a colorful day, but I'm not going to let it freak me out. I'm not going to let it shake me. I'm not going to let it throw me off course because I know what's going on. I've done the assessments. I've committed to it, right? I've made a decision. This is absolutely it. And I've been implementing. And I've been doing more and more, right? This stuff making sense? It does to me. So really, if you still have symptoms, don't assume that means you haven't made any progress. If you look back, how's your mindset? How's your fear? Are you doing more? Are you more courageous? Are you able to calm yourself more? Able to reassure yourself, hey, it's okay, we're okay. Have you stopped fighting with your brain and hating your brain for these symptoms? And have you started partnering? Saying, hey, brain, we're going to work together on this. We're going to do this together. Have you started showing your brain that you're okay and not just saying it? Because if you're just walking around saying, I'm safe, brain, cut it out, I'm safe, that only goes so far. But showing your brain actually means doing more. And if symptoms show up, being as nonchalant as possible about it. Care less. Live more, care less. These are all measures of progress, folks. So the presence of symptoms does not mean the absence of progress. So beautifully stated. Thanks again, Bronx. So I appreciate Bronx. I appreciate all of you. I love you all. And hope this resonated with you today. Hold on to the fact that you're making progress even though symptoms are still there. Because if you hold out this measuring stick and say the only time I'm going to give myself any credit for anything is when they're gone completely, when the symptoms are gone completely, you're going to create an awful lot more fear, stress, pressure, and perceived danger than you need to. So, love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.